Welcome back to the night car ride. Today I'll just be talking. Maybe my bro S over here might say something, But I'm just gonna, just take a rant. Just gonna talk about some stuff. I saw this a while ago. It was like a meme, right? Internet memes. You young kids like those? I'm just kidding. I'm one of those young kids. So it was a meme and it said, why is 11 called 11? Why isn't that called 1T1? For those of you who are confused, when I just said that, how it goes 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. See, 20, and then 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Why isn't 1, say its name, like 20, or 30, like the third, but 11, what is 11? 11's not the first. Maybe it'd be called a firsty? That sounds funny. 1T1, I think 1T would be a more appropriate name for 10. 1T1, 11, 1T2, 12, and so on and so on. I remember I think in my 8th grade year, me and my friend, we were dedicated to this 1T thing. If the answer to the math problem was like a value of 10, like 10 to 19, we'd say it's 1T, whatever. When we counted for doing stretches in PE, I count to 20 or something, we'd say 1T. It was a stupid thing. And I also remember this one time, I was at this place called Pump It Up. So Pump It Up over here in California, I don't know if many of you have it out in the other states or even out of different countries. I live in America, by the way, California. So this kid, alright, I was at Pump It Up. It's basically this place where there's a bunch of bounce houses. They're not like your regular bounce houses that little kids, that parents rent for the little kids to bounce in. It's legit bounce houses. There's a boxing ring one. There's giant slides. It's King of the Hill. So it's pretty fun, and it's owned by these people that we know at our church. It's a fun place to go. I haven't gone there in a while, but when I was probably a couple of years ago, it was the place we'd have our parties. A lot of our friends would have our parties at, just because support local business. So here's the actual story. There was this kid. Okay, so we were all eating pizza at the party. This was after we're done jumping. We're all tired, freaking hungry. Back then, I used to eat a lot. Okay, I used to overeat a lot. I don't do it anymore because I've gotten more in shape. So this kid, there's pepperoni and cheese pizza. I'm probably on my third slice by now. And I see this kid over to the table opposite of me. I turn around and I'm just looking around the room. And so this kid, he's peeling the cheese off of his pizza, his cheese pizza, and he's pulling the cheese off of his pizza and just eating it with the crust and the sauce. And he puts the cheese to the side of his plate. And so I see him, and he's got a good stack of cheese there. And so I ask him, I say, hey bro, are you gonna eat that cheese? And he says, no, I'm not gonna eat the cheese. He was a little kid, probably 9 years old. And so he says he's not gonna eat the cheese. And so I ask him, say, so can I have the cheese? And he says, no, you can't have the cheese. What? Why can't I have the cheese? You're not going to eat it. Are you going to give it to somebody? He says, no. I'm going to throw it away. I said, boy, you can't be throwing this away. There's people who could eat, who would be happy to eat this food. I mean, there's poor people, there's homeless people right now who are looking for food, who are sitting outside the road who are hungry, they'd love to eat this cheese. But, you know, still homeless people right now, and I'd like to eat that cheese. I mean, I probably sold like a total fatty right now, but, you know, it's the past, bro. It's a story. And so, this dirt bag, I go to the bathroom, okay? I got a bathroom because, you know, I just gotta use the bathroom. And I come back, and I'm looking, and that kid is gone, right? I think he went off to go bounce, and I see his plate. No, I look around for his plate, and it's gone. Like, I see his plate on the table, the cheese is gone. I was gonna eat the cheese when he's out there, just to spite him, just because I wanted to be a slime ball. This dirtbag, he threw away the perfectly good cheese. I was kind of pissed off by that. Alright, that's another story. Another story. I'll tell you guys about, like, the first legit fight I was in. So it all started. I went to this school. Okay, you can look it up. I don't really care. I don't go there anymore. Like, it was a charter school. So it wasn't like a regular public. It was a public school, but a lot of people didn't. It wasn't really like a mainstream public school. So it ran like all the grades. It wasn't like elementary school or high school or like even a primary school. It was a school, and so it ran from kindergarten to 8th grade. Okay, and it even had a high school, but it wasn't part of the main thing. But that's after the fact. Like, you don't need to know that. So this kid, so I've been there since kindergarten, 8th grade. Okay, but this happened 7th grade. So there was this kid, and his name was Connor, and I hated his guts. I hated his guts. I wished he would die. I wished he didn't exist, because he was so, like, I don't know, I to this day, I cannot pin what exactly was annoying about him. He just seemed like a scumbag. Like, he would always try to, like, make fun of me and stuff, but, like, back then, like, you know, probably the only bullying that happened from, like, kindergarten to 8th grade was verbal bullying, and I could take that pretty well, and, you know, I'd often retaliate and, like, roast him, just flame him, gas him, humiliate him. I try, and we go back and forth at this. So he was a scumbag, just the way his face looked, it infuriated me. So, you know, at the time, if there was one kid I hated the most in the world, like, if I had a wish to obliterate one person, I would choose him. I would choose this scumbag. But, you know, we're cool now. So, this kid, one day, I'm just fed up with him. And so at lunch, I get my lunch, you know, and there's this orange. And I'm thinking to myself, you know what? I'm gonna throw this orange at that scumbag. I will. I'm gonna do it. And so, you know, I don't know, I was thinking of just drawing a smiley face on it, just for the irony. And so, lunch is over, and lunch recess goes. And I go, and I set my eyes on the scumbag. And I look for him when he's there on the playground. And so his back is turned. And so I pull back my arm as hard, well, not as hard as I can, but just to, like, kind of get his attention. I throw it at him. Like, not as hard as I can, but it wasn't like the softest throw either. And so I throw it at him. And he turns around. And he looks for the person who threw the orange. He picks up the orange. And he says, "Who threw this at me? Who threw this orange at me, huh?" And so I step up, and, you know, I think, man, maybe I hurt him. Maybe I hurt him kind of bad. Maybe he was weaker than I thought he was. And so I said, I raised my hand and I said, "I did. I threw the orange." He said, He said, no. And I said, well, you know what, you know what? He said, you know what? I said, you know what? You can throw it at me. So I turned around, and I got ready for him to throw it at me. And he threw it at me, and he threw it so hard. I can remember the pain to this day. It wasn't like a regular, it was like, it hurt me so bad in the back. So I just got, I said, man, this scumbag, I didn't even throw it that hard at him. And he freaking, like the Hulk, just like picked it up in orange and just threw it at you, It's like that kind of power. So I lunged at him, and I freaking started wailing at him. I was like, I was just punching him. He's like, get off me, you faggot. So we were rolling around the wood chips in the freaking playground. And then so the yard duty, I guess people, they went and told the yard duties, people who were watching the kids during recess. And so they tell us to get up, and so I was like pumped with adrenaline. I was ready, and I honestly, I could barely hear what she was saying just because how hyped I was. My blood was on fire, bro. I was like, I'm ready to just destroy this scumbag. And so, we both got in trouble. We got sent to the principal's office. And, I feel like it was, like, to this day, even though it was a bad choice, like, back then, I felt like it was worth it. It really was. Yeah, dude.
What he did, he burned himself out because he made a schedule.
Currently in my grandparents' car, just coming home from,
and on that schedule he had
just going out.
Once every couple of months, I guess.
Wow, so he was going to try to do all this.
He was going to do
let me think. Do I have another story?
Yeah, it's a Raul.
Good story. Oh, I got one. I have this scar on my arm. A little tiny scar. Okay, you'll never guess how I got it. It involves me, my brother, and a marshmallow skewer. A metal marshmallow skewer. So, we as kids were being stupid, and we always, there's this, we chase each other around the house, but our kitchen is a dead end. You go into the kitchen, and there's a wall that's blocking you from going anywhere. And there's a closure, so there's the counter, and then across is the space that you can walk through, and then another counter that holds the stove and the oven and stuff like that. And so we're chasing each other around, and I get him cornered in there. And so there's this block of knives right there, and usually we'd pull a knife out, and then we'd act like we'd fight, or he'd try to fend me off because I'm bigger than him. I'm the oldest of my brothers, and so he, instead of grabbing the knife, he grabs this marshmallow skewer. So it's a long marshmallow skewer, and it has like a plastic handle, and he starts swirling around like, oh no, like he's ready to sword fight. And so I told him, Shane, put it down. I told him, bro, chill, put it down. And he swings it around, and it flies. The metal part flies out of the handle, and it gets, and dude, like that, it's just like that, just in my arm. It's stuck in my arm, and it's sticking out of my arm. I'm like, I just sit there and look at it. I'm like, what the heck, dude? Dude, you could have killed me. That could have went in my chest or something, bro. You could have impaled me in my heart. And I'm like, I should have walk over real slow, because I don't want to fall over. I don't want the thing to hurt me. I was afraid to take it out. I thought it would screw up my arm even more. So I try to go and watch my mom. I'm like, Mom! I yell up the stairs, Mom! I yell up the stairs, Mom! She's like, what? What do you want? What do you need? I said, Mom, there's a marshmallow skewer stuck in my arm. She's like, what? Don't come upstairs, because, you might fall and hurt yourself. And so I go, and she comes downstairs. She's like, Zane, Zach, just calm down, okay? Just calm down. And she rips it out of my arm. She straight up rips it. It's like bad man pajama status right there. Just rips out of my arm. It wasn't that bad of a cut. This is a little incision. So yeah, that concludes the first story time. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Alright, I'll see you guys later.